All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our 3 o'clock program. Yay! It is MPA Monday. I see some of our folks here. We're going to start just kind of jumping right in at 3 o'clock because we know these programs are at 3. So thanks, everybody, for being here on time. And, of course, if you jump on late, you can always restart from the beginning after we're finished. I understand it might be a little bit windy. I have my headphones in, so hopefully you all can hear me okay. And yes, today is MPA Monday, or Marine Protected Area Monday, or Marine Ecosystem Monday, a more broad term for that. And I'm Angie. I'm an interpreter for California State Parks, and I'm excited to be here with all of you today. We do programs every day at 3, so make sure to check us out. We have different interpreters spreading some knowledge and some park knowledge with you all every day at 3. So thanks for being here. Today, I want to start off by acknowledging that this week is Latino Conservation Week, and it's a 9-day event that's happening between July 18th and 26th. That is a way to honor Latinx heritage and conservation and stewardship. And so we just want to direct some of your attention over to some platforms like Latino Outdoors and the Hispanic Access Foundation. We'll link them here so you can check them out. And make sure to follow along and see what events they're up to this week. They're going to be posting lots of great content and videos. And I'm going to keep it short today so that right after this, you can hop on over to Latino Outdoors Facebook page and see what they have for us today. So thanks for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and also shout out another event that's happening all of July. And if you follow us on Instagram, maybe you've heard of this, because we did a little post about it a while ago, but July has kind of become a national month-long holiday called Plastic Free July. So I wonder if anybody out there has heard of Plastic Free July and if you're participating. And if not, we'll talk a little bit about what that is and one thing you can do to help the oceans. So I went ahead and titled this video Dumpster Diving, because I have some fun information to share with you. Sorry, it's a little windy. But I specifically want to focus on some things maybe you have around your house or what you have around you. So everybody who's here with me, go ahead and look at the space around you and try to identify or point out something that's made of plastic that is around you. And maybe type into the comments what the item is and what you use it for. Let's see. I'll wait for people to share. I know I'm standing at a beach overlooking a nearby marine protected area called Samoa State Marine Conservation Area. And I'm standing on this little platform. There's some interpretive signs that might have some plastic incorporated. Looks like Robin says, I live as plastic free as possible. Not perfect, but the best I can. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Robin. That's a great example. I'm sure inevitably, though, you still have some things around you that are made of plastic or maybe are utilizing plastic in some way. Somebody said my phone. Thanks, Kitty and Robin. Yeah, we have plastic all around us. And Plastic Free July is really a challenge for us all to start evaluating what plastic we have and what we can maybe do to replace that plastic in our lives with something more sustainable or reusable. And so I'm going to talk about something today that I think is super important, and I'm going to share it with you now. So I have been trying to reduce my plastic intake because obviously I'm a lover of the ocean and of marine life. Sorry, this hair keeps flying in my face. There we go. And plastic is a massive issue in our global ocean today. Remember, we have one ocean that we all share. It connects us. And one thing that I gave up a long time ago that I want to encourage everybody else to give up as well is this right here. Plastic water bottles, or what we call single-use plastic water bottles. So I was actually getting ready for this video, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm not going to have an example of a plastic water bottle because I haven't used one in so long. But I just had faith that I would stumble across one, and I did. Found this one on our beach. It was full of sand, and I dumped it out. But yeah, not hard to find. So proof that they are still being used and that they can make their way onto the beaches and into the ocean. So we're going to talk about single-use plastic today, but most specifically about single-use water bottles. So we have some great alternatives to single-use water bottles, and I'm sure all of you know what they are. I have both of them here in my hands. So we have our single-use bottle over here, made of plastic, and our reusable bottle right here, made of like stainless steel, metal. There's still maybe some plastic on here. But I want to talk a little bit about the differences of these two things. And I called this video dumpster diving because about 32% of the 78 million tons of single-use plastic that's produced each year makes its way into our oceans one way or another. So you can think of that as basically a dumpster full, or like a garage or a garbage truck full of single-use plastic getting dumped into the ocean every single minute. Every minute. So to bring that kind of home to all of you park lovers out there who have been following along and obviously love California state parks, imagine if you visited your favorite park and there was a garbage truck dumping single-use plastic in your favorite park, in your favorite picnic area, or in your favorite trail that you like to hike. That would be incredibly disappointing and difficult to cope with. And I want to go ahead and have you all expand that sort of experience to the marine environment, right? So we have marine protected areas that are really similar to California state parks, and they exist in the ocean, right? They don't have boundaries or fences or day-use areas that have a fee that kind of clean up and maintain the area. Like I said, we have one big ocean that goes by many different names, and a dumpster full or a garbage truck full of single-use plastic makes its way into the ocean every day and inevitably makes its way into our marine protected areas. And the best way that we can make sure that stops happening is by stopping using single-use plastic. And the easiest one, if you have access to clean drinking water that maybe you can filter, if you so choose, you can reuse your water bottle every day like this and replace those single-use bottles with one reusable bottle. Now, it's not only good for the ocean, it's also really great for your wallet because you might spend up to $250 to $300 a year on single-use water bottles. So there's sort of an average that's assuming that maybe if people are using single-use bottles or kind of the amount that's bought every single year in America. Oh, where'd you go? You disappeared. Oh, here we're back. That about each person in America or in the United States uses about 168 plastic bottles a year. And that's equivalent to about $250 to $300 a year. Or you could use a reusable water bottle that costs maybe, it could be free or really cheap if you go to the thrift store, or if you buy a new one, maybe like 25 bucks. So that's a big yearly savings that you can save by not using single-use plastic and also protecting the ocean. So consider that. If you are still using single-use water bottles, even if you're recycling them and doing your very best to make sure they don't end up in the great outdoors, you can still participate in Plastic Free July by taking one little step away from single-use plastic and invest in a single-use water bottle that you can refill every single day. Woo! Another benefit is that they are often like insulated, so they have the ability to keep things cold, keep things hot. Maybe you like hot coffee in the morning like I do. And you can also decorate them with cool stickers, like this one that I've had for many years. It has a California Marine Protected Area sticker on it. Woo! So yeah, buy a reusable water bottle and replace it so you never, ever, ever have to use single-use water bottles again, as long as you have access to clean drinking water, which we all know is such an important part of survival, right? A couple other things that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to hop off, keep this short today, that I like to do are create little reusable cutlery packs. So I went ahead and created this one, and I carry it around in my backpack. I know lots of people are maybe getting takeout food these days as restaurants are starting to open up. Maybe you're supporting your local restaurants, which is awesome. But inevitably, takeout comes with a lot of single-use plastic, like a single-use fork or, containers plastic and styrofoam and all that kind of stuff. So let's try and avoid that as much as we possibly can. So what I did here is I took a little napkin and I wrapped it around a utensil set that you can also buy at a thrift store or maybe just pull out of your cupboard. So I have a fork, a spoon, a knife, some chopsticks, and even a little bamboo straw. Maybe a little harder to find, but maybe not at thrift stores, but they're definitely available, so check that out. So you can stop using single-use straws and forks and utensils and all that. And you can wrap it up, keep it in your backpack, keep it in your car so that you don't have to use single-use utensils. And when you call for takeout, you can say, hey, I'm going to come pick it up, but I don't need any utensils. Please leave them out of my order. So check that out. Try it out. Let me know how it goes. If you found something around you, let's see if anybody tuned in and identified something around them that's made of plastic. Okay, pen. Oh, yeah, eyeglass frames. Computer monitor. A lot of people are saying like technology things. A table outside. Okay. Plastic phone case. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. So definitely a lot of our technology. And now I want everybody who responded to this question with something that they see around them that's made of plastic, can they think of anything that they could replace that plastic with that is not plastic? So I know, for example, there's some phone cases out there that are made of non-plastic materials that are biodegradable. Some pens that are made of at least recycled plastic, and some that are even made of, or I guess you could use a pencil, which is made of wood, right? Let's see, somebody said plastic bag. Thanks, Kim. Speaking of plastic bags, another quick fix that you can do is get a reusable shopping bag. Ta-da-da-da. Here's mine. But you can also make one out of an old t-shirt. Maybe I'll do a craft and show everybody how to do that. And also, if you go to the grocery store, all of the goods that they have in the grocery store are shipped to that store in big boxes, right? So ask your grocery store, the person who's checking you out, hey, do you have boxes instead of a bag? So you can reuse a box instead of getting a new bag. Somebody said, who maybe said the plastic table in their backyard, said a wood or concrete table. Yeah, absolutely, that's a great replacement. So I urge you all to look at the things around you in your life for the remainder of July and for the remainder of this year and of your life to notice the plastic and give yourself a moment to pause and think of how you could maybe replace that plastic with something that's not made of plastic, that's a little bit better for our oceans, better for our parks, better for our environment. And I'll also just put a little plug for our state parks in that, especially over the summer when our parks are really, really busy, we tend to get a lot of trash kind of spilling over the trash cans that we have in our parks. So it's everybody's responsibility as lovers and stewards of our parks to leave no trace. So if the trash can is full, take that trash home with you. Pack it in, pack it out, and don't let things kind of overflow, especially in our parks. We're doing our best to keep up with how many people might come and have things to throw away. But the best thing you can do right now and always is to pack your trash out with you. And that is especially true for plastic and all things in food that we don't want to attract wildlife. So let's see, animal/dog food bags. Yeah, dog food bags are kind of a tough one. I know there are some maybe compostable ones, but I wasn't planning on talking about this, but I'll say it because we're here. And it came up. So if you are like, hey, I know about all these cool bioplastics and compostable plastics, I guess compostable plastics that I can use instead of plastic. Actually, in order for those to be truly compostable, you have to have an industrial composting facility. So up here in the North Coast Redwoods district, or kind of where our parks are, where our district is, we don't have an industrial composting facility. So using bioplastics or compostable plastics, they actually end up in the landfill if you're in a place that doesn't have one of those facilities, and because they can't be recycled. They're not created to be recycled. They're created to be composted in a really high heat, high pressure environment that requires a special facility. So even if you think that bioplastics might be a good solution. Rethink where you are, think about what facilities are nearby, and ultimately always just try to go with something that's reusable instead of disposable. Yeah, some people are saying cloth bags, great for grocery store trips to put your vegetables or your fruits in, so you don't have to get those plastic veggie bags. Lots and lots of alternatives. I love what everybody is putting up here. Let me scroll and see if we have any other comments. Nice. Cutlery pack in your lunchbox. I like to leave mine either in my car or in my backpack so that I always have it, and I'm never stuck getting a plastic fork. Although one thing I'll say also is that it's important to forgive yourself. If there's a time when you forget your bag or you forget your bottle, don't beat yourself up. Just pick right up where you left off and keep on trying to reduce your plastic as much as you can. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will be back every day at 3. I know lots of you are at home right now, maybe spending more time on Facebook than you're used to. We're really glad to have you here and have your support. We're doing our part by sanitizing our equipment every day. If things are being shared, we are washing our hands, having good physical distancing protocols, and trying to do our best to get you out into nature and out into our parks, even if it's just digitally for the time being. So thanks, everybody, for being here. Happy Plastic-Free July. Make sure you follow Latino Outdoors to learn all about Latino Conservation Week. And we can't wait to see you next week. I'll see you next week on Monday, and we'll be back tomorrow at 3.